Hi everyone, my name is Lucas Javier Nira, and as for my informative topic, I would like to talk about the importance of dopamine and how does it affect our lives to have a good understanding of what you want to do for a living or something that finds you interest. This function that controls the brain, the body, they have been there since the beginning of your development and how it creates a process for everyday society to keep doing for what is best for you. According to labroots.com, an article written by Aswini Kanaganti, she wrote that dopamine is a neurotransmitter released by the brain that plays a number of roles in the cells of humans and other animals. Its notable functions are in movement, memory, changing expressions and emotions, uh, communication, pleasurable rewards of behavior, attention, sleep, mood, and learning. These functions will help improve your other sets of skills such as your health, personality, speed, motivation, future ideas, positivity, and socializing abilities. According to the Natural Institute of Health researchers, suspected that dopamine might play a role in influencing how the brain evaluates whether a mental task is worth the effort. Um, the team performed a series of experiments to assess dopamine's role in motivation. It help it can help to use this ability to have a sharp focus and concentration by the brain neurons in the region at base of the brain produce dopamine in two-step process. First, the amino acid tyrosine is converted into another amino acid called L-dopa. Then L-dopa undergoes another change as enzymes turn it into dopamine. Uh, we know that dopamine is important to our body system. However, there are levels of dopamine that people should be aware of. The causes of dopamine is a type of chemical released by nerve cells to communicate with other nerve cells. The uh, nerve, nerve signals involved through movement to the parts of the human body. The role of dopamine is categorized into two uh, following groups according to their importance, which are high level functions and low level functions. When you have a high level, it would give a lot of energy and emotion, motivation. Uh, However, it would lead several bad habits such as addiction, anxiety, stress, fast adrenaline, lack of sleep, and schizophrenia. An example which I found from interactionrecovery.com, it states when you eat something like a food that's really comfortable to eat, your brain releases that level of dopamine, which makes you feel satisfied. Therefore, your brain assumes this is a reward and encourages you to repeat this behavior. Even though the comforting food may not be the healthiest choice of your body, that will keep you eating the same food every day, which we not know whether it makes you obese or not. Um, now, now about that food is that whether if you're going to keep eating or you decide that you feel tired of it, like your dopamine level is going low, and you want to try something else. Now, let's talk about the lower levels of dopamine. Um, this means that your brain doesn't correspond to your body very often. This means that every part, like energy that you have, it doesn't work perfectly or clearly what you need to do. With the dopamine that is too low, will cause sleep deprivation, obesity, procrastination, abusive behavior, uh, depression, and lack of awareness. Now, for example of this, is about an average student from school is telling that he knows everything, that he is smarter than the teacher. The thing is that he is just lying to himself because he just want to get attention from others and wanted to just be around in a group that has more experience in education. But to him, it just feels like immature for that kind of thing you do. Um, and when he needs to work, he doesn't do it and leave the work empty, waiting for the next day of school. So what that example means is that usually your dopamine level is very low and you decide to lie to yourself what you're doing, and that creates a huge problem for yourself. From what I can understand, is that your dopamine will be active depends on your moments and experience, your self-interest that you have in your lifetime. A certain hobby or activity will have a reaction to the stimulus, will give yourself a high reward or pleasure. Um, Healthy and unhealthy cues modulate dopamine levels and our response to our body in various ways to balance it out. The balance of dopamine levels are often termed as good health. An important quote by Mike Birbiglia states that dopamine is a chemical release in your brain, in your body when you sleep that paralyzes your body so you don't act out in your dreams. So what this means is that do not just do it right into your own mindset. Do it like in the real thing, doing the real thing. You move your body, you think clearly in your head what you're gonna do, what is your main interest of doing in the future, or what do you really feel like you want to do. Now, for it's really important to have like at least a good amount of dopamine so you can at least able to be happy for what you're doing. However, just remember to keep in control at an average level so you can save your time to other things to be rewarded for. So it means like you have like a routine or schedule that you don't want to do that one certain activity. You want to do more than one for one day. And each day will have another differentiation of activity. And the more you do, the more you'll be capable of doing a lot of things in your lifetime and have a lot of motivated expressions and happiness.